Welcome back to a second stimulus check update video and stimulus package update. Now, yesterday we got some really good news. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell stated that yes, we will be receiving a second stimulus check. So I'm going to address that in a minute. I also, in today's video, want to address a possible $1,680 stimulus. I'm going to talk about a hazard pay push that may affect you, so make sure you stick around for that. And lastly, I want to talk about a $3,000 rental assistance program that you could possibly get approved for. So if you are needing some help through stimulus, if you need some help as to what should I do right now, please stick around and watch this entire video. Now, can you do me a favor? If you like receiving a second stimulus check update and stimulus package update every single day, can you do me a favor and just hit that thumbs up button? It just tells YouTube that they should share this video with others here on YouTube as well. Now, let's dive into the second stimulus check. So, a second stimulus check has been confirmed. The only holdout, so we had the Senate, okay, specifically Mitch McConnell. We have the Treasury Secretary, Steve Mnuchin. We have Nancy Pelosi. We have the Speaker of the House. Obviously, the House who passed the last stimulus package, or the HEROES Act. They all want a $1,200 stimulus check. So chances are we're going to receive a one-time payment of $1,200. So that's the good news. Now, there is going to be more direct stimulus payments, and it's going to help boost the economy. That's the whole purpose behind this. The reason for direct payments, a second stimulus check, is not to help you get back on your feet. Now, that's what most people think, that this is what it's going to do. However, the main purpose is to help boost the economy. That's the whole goal behind a stimulus check. Now, whether that's right or wrong, that's the goal behind it. And in most cases, by helping pay back your back rent that's been late, that will essentially help boost the economy. So I just want to put that out there, that the reason for the $1,200 is to give a slight boost to the economy, not to get everybody back on their feet. And I think that's where many people have been misled, is they are thinking that that's what the government is trying to do, when in reality, the government could care less. And that's the problem I have, is they could care less if people are down on their luck or making millions of dollars every single year. So, take it or leave it, but that's what they're doing. Now, some Republicans are against more direct payments, but those specific senators, I don't think are going to have much of a voice here. It's already been confirmed. Donald Trump wants it. Okay, the House wants it. The Senate wants it. The Treasury Secretary wants it. Okay, it's pretty much a given. We're going to get it. But here's the problem, and this is a huge problem, is just because the second stimulus check has been confirmed, it means absolutely nothing. It means nothing, completely nothing. And I want to explain why. And that is because the second stimulus check is in a bill along with many other things. Unemployment, hazard pay, state and local government funding, funding for the CDC, funding for schools, PPP program funding. There's so many different things. Payroll tax cut. And if any of these things cause a hiccup or a holdup in the entire bill, then the second stimulus check will not get passed yet. So it's kind of in limbo right now. Now, I know what many people are going to ask in regards to the second stimulus check, so I'm going to answer that. There are, and I had to do a bunch of research. I was on Google for hours trying to find different reports that hopefully found this information out. But there are a few reports out there that are stating that the next stimulus check would be $1,200. I didn't have to spend hours figuring that out. But what I had to figure out was how or what the income limit was. Are there reports on that yet? Now, there are some reports, and the reports say that it would get, the $1,200 stimulus check would get smaller for every $5,000 you made over that $40,000 income cap. And that would go up to $99,000. So essentially at $100,000 or more that you make, you would receive 0 as your stimulus check. If you made $40,000, you would obviously get the, or less, you would obviously get the full $1,200. If you made $5,000 or $50,000, you would actually only get $1,000 as your stimulus check. There are a few reports that are stating that. Now, I haven't seen, a bunch of reports, so I'm just saying there's a few reports out there because, again, I don't think this is 100% accurate. I think there's still going to be some changes in regards to the second stimulus check and that income level. So just be aware that is what the reports are. However, I do think there's some room for it to change over the next week or so. So we should know more later on today or tomorrow as to what the bill actually says. I'm waiting to see the physical copy, the written copy of this bill, so that I can, properly give you the most up-to-date reports and give you all the information that you need in regards to the second stimulus check. Now, what about unemployment? What about that $600 unemployment boost that people on unemployment receive every single week? First off, that expires in every state except for New York and I think New Jersey. It expires on Saturday the 25th. In New York, it actually expires on the 26th, just the way their weeks work out. So essentially, that July 31st cutoff date or deadline, that expiration date, who cares? It doesn't matter because no state is going to last based on the way the weeks work out and the way unemployment is. So what about that $600 per week bonus? Well, Donald Trump was specifically asked this in a press conference yesterday. And he stated, we are thinking about 70% of that amount. Now, he didn't go on to specify what that amount was. Is it 70% of $600? There are some reports that say yes, that's what he was referring to. But there are more reports that are stating that 70% of that amount is actually referring to the amount that the person was making before at their regular job. So if they're making $1,000, they would receive 70%, which would be $700. Okay, so I just want to put that out there. Now, some reports are stating 70% of their previous income, which again, let's say they're making $4,000 per month or $1,000 per week. That means they would get $700 per week as their entire unemployment benefit. However, if the state pays them, let's say, $300, okay, I don't know exactly what the amount would be, but let's say it's $300, so that would mean the federal government would pitch in $400. Okay, do you see how that works? Now, and if it's 70% of the $600 per week, that means there will be just a flat rate of $420 per week that people would get on top of their actual unemployment benefit through their state. Now, I want to address this and I want to just make it very clear that there are multiple states currently, I know Nevada is one of these states, that are having an extremely tough time issuing unemployment checks. So, there are multiple states that are having trouble issuing these unemployment checks as of right now. And it's very standard, it's very simple. Give every single person on unemployment an additional $600. Simple, right? Well, how difficult is it going to be when every single person is going to have a different benefit amount? Not only their state benefit amount, but their federal amount as well. That additional boost. I think that's where they're going to have hiccups. That's where they're going to have a lot of issues. The systems that these states are using are completely out of date, are so slow. So if it is 70% of the amount the person was making before, just know it could take a while before you receive your next unemployment check after this next one. Okay? So there could be a little bit of delay, possibly 2 to 3 weeks. So just be aware of that before you go out there and start spending money that you may not be able to get back in the next week or so. Alright? Just wanted to put that out there. Now, one of the questions I receive so often inside the comment section of my YouTube videos in regards to stimulus or even on Facebook when I told people where they can send me private messages on Facebook, was what about us that are essential workers? Is there going to be some form of hazard pay? Now, I want to address that because as of right now, there has been nothing mentioned as far as hazard pay from the White House or from the Senate leaders. Okay? Now, I just want to put that out there because there is a letter that was sent to the top 15 grocery store CEOs. This letter was put together by Senator Brown out of Ohio and Senator Warren out of Massachusetts, both Democrats. Now, they headline a letter along with 11 Senate Democrats that calls on the top 15 grocery store CEOs to restore pandemic pay. I think this is an incredible gesture. I think this is needed. I think people that are essential workers, not just in grocery stores, but all across the country, they need to be, given and rewarded for everything that they have been doing or that you have been doing. Now, Senator Brown goes on and says, if the employees deserved hazard pay in April, they certainly deserve it now. And I can't agree with that statement anymore. That's absolutely true. When the pandemic was first starting and people were starting to get infected, a lot of companies were giving their employees a little boost, a little incentive, some form of hazard pay. For example, Starbucks was giving their employees an additional boost, some pandemic pay. However, that expired and they haven't gone back to that. They haven't increased it. They haven't given pandemic pay to any other employees. Now, I think what he said is very true. If these employees deserve pandemic pay or hazard pay in April, they certainly deserve it now. Okay, that is true. Now, here's the reason why I'm bringing this to you, because this was just a letter. It is not a proposal. It's not a bill. It's pretty much nothing. It's just a letter to the top 15 grocery store CEOs. Here's why I think this is good. I think this is good because if this letter receives some traction, starts to get some global news, hitting the media, I think what will eventually happen is more companies, more bigger, corporate, chains are going to see this and possibly start their own version of pandemic pay or hazard pay. So, if you are an essential worker, you've been working through this time, first off, just want to say thank you. This country, this economy would not be where it is without you today. But I think you should be rewarded. So just look out for this. Look out for new letters. Look out for new proposals. Maybe a bill at some point. But again, we don't know. We just have to wait and see. Now, let me address the rental assistance problem. With many states having their eviction moratorium expiring very soon, and a lot of them in the next 10 days, it is now more crucial than ever for people to get assistance with their rent. If the federal government is not going to step in, then the state needs to step up and have their own, form of rental assistance. Now, 2 days ago, on the 20th, I believe, Nevada opened up their $30 million rental assistance program for applications. This is just Nevada. Nevada has had a very bad time. They have been struggling. Okay? So I think it's great that Nevada has implemented a rental assistance program and put $30 million in there. This $30 million, okay, you can, based on my research, you can get a max of $3,000 for rental assistance. Now, this would get paid directly to your landlord. They would not give you a check. It would get paid directly to your landlord. You would never receive anything. Okay? And so that would essentially help pay back any back rent, any late rent. Now, in order to qualify, you have to make no more than 120% of the Nevada state median income. Okay? So if that's you, go see about qualifying. But the reason why I want to bring this up is, again, just like when I was talking about hazard pay, as more states see this, as more states start to, redirect some of their funds from different places into a rental assistance program, you possibly could see some type of assistance. So if you're behind on your rent, you need a little help, look to Google, go to google.com, type in your state, and type in rental assistance. That's all you got to do, and you can find different things there. Now, what I suggest is you look at least 3 times per week, because these programs, these funds, it's first come, first serve. As soon as they're done, as soon as they run out of money, that's it. They're going to help out as many people as they can, and then they're gone. So be there as soon as they open, as soon as they start accepting applications, and hopefully you'll get accepted. Now, I know giving you additional updates on what's going on with the second stimulus check and the next stimulus package are all good. You like to hear that, which is great. However, just because I'm giving you updates, I still want to give you more ways to make money and get back on your feet. So it's because of that last night I decided to do another video. Yesterday I did 3 videos on this channel alone. That doesn't include any of my other channels. I did 3 videos on this channel alone, and the last video I did last night, I show you how to earn $100 per hour using Google Translate. So if you want a free way to make money from home, this is what you need to do. You need to go and watch this video, and I put a link to this video down in the description box below and right there. Make sure you go and watch this video. If you have any questions whatsoever, please ask them down in the comment section below. So again, thanks for watching this second stimulus check update and stimulus package update. If you have any questions whatsoever, just go down to the comment section, ask your question, and I'll try to answer it as soon as possible. So again, thanks for watching this video. Like always, smash that thumbs up button. If you haven't done so already, subscribe if you want to be subscribed, and I'll see you guys on the next one.